Alright, hey everybody, this is War with MCserver, and I'm gonna be doing this is the third part of the tutorial series. Has to mess up the intro, but this is the third part of the tutorial series. Today I'm gonna be doing a bit of building with you, kind of showing you what we like to see on the MC servers, and this is like something we get asked a lot, like how's my build, and we like to say all the builds are great, but they're not all great. And here's a tip on how to make your builds improve. Notice how my build on the left is extremely flat. There's no depth and anything. And when I say depth, I mean like different depths of like here's the wall. Let's say the wall's here. We've got, this is the first depth, and we have depth, and like you keep going out. Make it more like a original like house and not so flat. So this is just an original house. We see these a lot, and I mean, we'd like to say they're good, but they're not really good, and they're not really good at all. It's kind of just a bland house. There's nothing really going on. We'd like to see a lot more detail from the builds we get, and it would honestly help you guys get promoted a lot easier. And also to say that if you build a great house like this one on the right, you're not automatically going to get promoted just because we gave you a ton of space. Use that space and incorporate these styles that I'm showing you with a lot more, like with bigger builds. So we're going to forget about the first build and go on to the second build. Notice how, first of all, everything blends together. There's nothing that looks like, oh, this doesn't belong. Everything looks like it fits. The color scheme is perfect, and notice how there's a bunch of different depths that I was talking about, like this balcony and these fences coming out to give some support, these glass panes and trapdoors. Everything looks like it's meant to be. And notice how these vertical and horizontal logs, and not just the wooden planks, add to the design. Here it's shown great. Is the vertical and horizontal add some texture to it, some just adding to the build. We'd really like to see this on you guys. We would really like to see this on the server. It adds a lot. Notice how the chimney is coming out. We use spider webs a lot in our builds. You've probably seen, if you're watching the YouTube, we use those spider webs a lot to show off smoke. Overall, this is a really good build. Thanks to Jonny for giving this out. I just wanted to show you guys a great build, and maybe I encourage you to build more in the mind, and then more thinking about like detail and something like this, and away from this. This build over here, I mean, it takes time to get this good. Jonny's definitely one of the best builders on the server, so it's not like you're going to be able to do this in one day. But I think if you think about more depth, and you think about the glass panes and just everything and color scheme, and just give more thought into your builds, guys, you would be surprised on how fast you get ranked up. I mean, for example, if you go over here and look at Silver's build, this build is not done, but like you can show he's putting some really great effort into it. And if you show us that you can build good and you're taking your time instead of not just like trying, oh, I'm going to try to get promoted and do this build really fast. No, if you show us if you give your time to a build, and let's say you can only make one wall of this build, I'd rather you make the team would rather you make one really amazing wall of this build, or one really amazing part or house or something in your city or whatever. I'd rather you spend your hard time working on that build instead of trying to mass produce small, not as good looking builds. And honestly, the better the quality, the higher chance of you guys ranking up as advanced. And it's really just something in general. Build quantity over quality. Yes, quantity, like scale is good, but just because I would rather have one of these houses than 1,000 of these little houses. I mean, that's just pointless. I would much rather you spend your guys' time, make something, think about it, design it first, think about what you're going to do in your head, and then and then go about building it. So that's just a little tip for you guys. I just want to let you know. I know I try to give a lot of people information about the builds. I'm not the best builder, but I like to think I have some insight. But I think really, guys, if you just thought about it, put some depth in it, put some detail, looked up some ideas, your builds would be a lot better, and you'd have a lot of better chance of ranking up, which I mean everyone likes to do. But anyways, thanks guys. Again, Jonny built this, and that was Silver Knight's build over there. Thanks a lot, guys, for the help, and I'll see you guys later.